Aberfoyle Park High School is one of South Australia's largest secondary schools with over 1,000 students, and set in the foothills about 40 minutes drive from the Adelaide CBD. We have a long and proud tradition of academic success. We are particularly well known for our innovative ICT, and we provide cutting-edge development and learning opportunities for students and staff alike. We are a recognized Apple school, and have 2 Apple Distinguished Educators. This year, for the first time, all of our Year 8 students have iPads to further enhance their learning. In addition, we have some 800 laptops and multiple high-end IT, learning commons and labs, supporting design, music, CAD and multimedia. We are the Advanced Technology Industry Lead Project School for the Southern region of Adelaide. This program prepares students for careers in engineering, electrotechnology, technical design, and advanced manufacturing. The Advanced Technology Project combines secondary school studies that have a specific focus on high-level mathematics and science with highly technical vocational education and training. We are also the official Department of Education and Child Development School for gifted students, and our Ignite program caters for their academic, social and emotional needs. We utilize ICT as a focus on innovation in teaching and learning across all areas of the school, and this is our story. Our story begins with a significant infrastructure upgrade in 2010. The next chapter is about our most recent ICT innovation, using iPads for a 3-week pilot in 2011, and extensive research as to the way forward. In 2012, all staff were given MacBook Airs, and an ongoing PD program was organized. Mid-2012, staff volunteers were called for to pilot using iPads in the classroom. In Term 3 last year, the school decided on a parent purchase strategy in time for the start of the 2013 school year. In first term this year, we ran 2 parent PD courses introducing the iPad. So back to 2011, and student comments on using iPads for 3 weeks in every lesson. At the end of the 3 weeks, the students were asked to review, in their choice of app, how good iPads could be for learning. Another example of seriously fun learning. As a result, the school decided to implement iPads for Year 8s for teaching and learning, in time for the 2013 school year. The next chapter is Pimp and Teacher PD. We began 2012 with PD sessions on encouraging teachers to make assignments more engaging using their brand new MacBook Airs, and this is the invitation. and it stopped people from arms folded, and started them getting excited. An example of putting people first. Our first round of iPad PD was popular, with about 1/3 of staff volunteering. The deal for teachers was get an iPad, and commit to PD, which included sharing learning discoveries. This generated a lot of excitement and enthusiasm, as you can see in this vision-only clip. Bringing a buddy to round 2 of iPad PD was just as much a success, because it provided handy support for the buddy, as well as ramping up enthusiasm for sharing discoveries, as you can see in this vision-only clip. We started using Apple TV, which has proved to be a great success for sharing learning in a non-threatening way. The teacher in the frame just stood up, and expected his iPad to connect to the projector, and so we made it work for him. We tried the flipped classroom strategy, because we wanted to promote and model anytime anywhere learning. We also wanted teachers to experience getting faster help in lessons, so that they, in turn, would do the same for their students. PD resources were made available early, so that teachers could have the opportunity to get started on the PD task before the session. For a significant number of teachers, this is exactly what happened. As soon as they arrived at PD, they got on with the task, and started asking questions. Some even arrived with the task completed. We changed from a formal start, when everyone had arrived, to our current informal style. As soon as people arrive, they get started, and ask for help. Later, we start sharing the early finished projects, and do the formal presentation of slides normally shown at the beginning. Next, we share apps and classroom strategies, and have Q&A, and at every table, there are nibbles and chocolates. We published an online handbook to support the teachers, and also to get feedback because the handbook's intended audience was this year's Year 8s, and their parents. There's a link to the online iPad site on the school's welcome page. Another chapter begun this year has been teachers assigning iTunes U courses and iBooks for students to access on their iPads. One iTunes U course has even been designed by a Year 8 student. Whenever his teacher wants worksheets distributed, he uploads them to the class iTunes U site for 24/7 access, saving printing costs. When the school investigated the bulk school purchase of iPads for 200+ Year 8s, it became obvious that parents could match the school price, so the decision was made for parent purchase. An evening meeting for prospective Year 8s and parents late last year was a timely opportunity to explain the benefits and outline core apps for 24/7 iPad teaching and learning. By day 1 of this year, 224 students out of 226 had parent-purchased iPads. For the 2 remaining students, the school organized iPads as part of social justice. On day 1 this year, when there were only Year 8s at school, the students downloaded the school handbook to be read in iBooks, a free iPad app. Here's a page showing the kind of information available in the handbook, such as movies, accessible on sites like YouTube. Another example of seriously fun learning. We've used iPads in so many ways. For example, the school iPad media team filmed on iPads the federal government community cabinet meeting held at the school in February. This proved to be a seriously fun way of learning. Here's a short clip filmed on an iPad, in which Minister Penny Wong engages in conversation with the student actually doing the filming.
As an ambassador, we just escort the ministers to where they're going to be having their meetings and ask any questions and answer them if they have any.
How are you going? Oh, you're PM&C, are you? Where am I going? So Natasha, you doing this all day?
Well,
Or just on me?
just on ministers who've arrived.
Oh, okay.
A true test of effective teaching and learning is when students talk about their learning to other people. This is exactly what happened about a month ago, when a group of Year 8s took their iPads to Education Department headquarters in Adelaide. The students individually presented their favorite iPad app to a group of curriculum experts. Here are 2 selections to show how articulate and engaging their presentations were.
I'm just going to add a picture for now, but basically what that does is it allows you to write on top of the page. I'll show you that in a minute. But after you've added pictures and things, you can edit them however you want. So that is adding text. You've got different options up the top when you go into the plus. So you have your text option and you can write on it. So of course, as you can see, if you had page work that your teachers wanted to email to you, you just put that into your pages and you can write your answers onto there. This is very good for a classroom environment. Also, you can add different shapes and things just for the students to have a bit more fun with the way that it all works. And there's a whole heap more you can do with it. So really you can just spend ages working on adding pictures, different shapes, making your presentation look good.
If you just want to play a single note, if you go into notes, and then you can select the instrument you want to use, like a violin. Ooh, that wasn't very nice. Well, that's what you can do, and this makes it so it's like a real violin. So if you hold it like this, it's like.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, you can do all sorts of them. I'll show you the smart guitar. I'll play some guitar. But you can play chords as well as tapping. And you can choose different guitars, like I could use a hard rock guitar.
To support our parent community, the school delivered 2 evening introductory iPad courses. About 30 parents have participated, even to the point of doing homework and then emailing it to the teacher. Because they often use their son's or daughter's iPad, they have also had the opportunity to see what their child had been doing or not doing, as in the case of the homework app. One parent was muttering, "Just wait till I get home, and ask her about work not done." Here's a short clip of parents talking about iPads.
I would say that I was a little unsure on how it all worked.
Excited, really, because it was something new. Definitely worthwhile for parents to come and do at least the intro course. I even found the sessions before we started Year 8 invaluable. The question and answers, the plethora of questions that came from the audience. That I only had a few questions that got answered, but then there was these other ones that went, "Oh, that's a good idea." Are they ever going to touch a book? Yes, of course they are. Those little questions.
This chapter is a glimpse of PD in action in teaching and learning, and shows how far teachers and students have come with using iPads in lessons.
Very simply, what I'll do is I'll say a time in Spanish, and the students will write the time down just in number format, and when they think they've got an answer of what I've said in Spanish, they will hold the iPad up. It doesn't require any particular apps or anything like that, just pages or notes will do fine. All they were doing is making their font size large so I can see it from the back. More importantly though, as a teacher, I'll need to know which students have understood the concepts and which students haven't. Furthermore, I get instant feedback of which students have understood the concepts and which students haven't, so I know which students are ready to move on and do something more challenging and which ones are going to require extra support. What I like about the iPad is they've already got it on them, so it's light and it saves time having to hand out boards and board pens, and it doesn't waste paper as well.
It's really good because if we have to write stuff down, it's really easy to note it down and we don't have to handwrite it. And there's also the Spanish keyboard and word reference and stuff on the internet.
Just a lot better because every lesson you don't have to hand your book up. You just email it to a teacher and then he checks it and then emails it back and marks your work.
Should we record now?
No, not yet.
Okay. Miss Berry. I'll try and send it when I get one.
Energy.
Hey, I'm looking at belly on this.
Sound is place on the smooth surface. Let it go. What happened? It pops. Okay.
Oh my god, that is so exhausting. Just go Matt, Tom, Brad. Right. Should we record now?
No, not yet.
Okay. Miss Berry. I'll try and send it when I get one. 60.
Doesn't actually
matter.
Record. There's science tomorrow.
All of that.
We've got something to
Miss Berry, can we answer these questions?
Yep.
Are these all the questions this?
It's just an app called iMovie, and you can make trailers and actual projects, and you just record and put them in there and voice over.
Much more quicker and easier to write with. Like, you don't have to worry about spelling. No.
In summary, seriously fun learning on iPads has been an educational feature at Aberfoyle Park High School. How it has happened is down to the focus on people and getting them up to speed, rather than on technology. When it has happened is not quickly, but over several years, so that bringing a critical mass of people is top priority. Why the school has implemented iPads is because students and teachers are increasingly enjoying seriously fun learning. Now, it's your turn. It's time for question and answer.